Hey guys, it's Sandra and I am the Wicked Reseller. It is Tuesday, November the 10th, and if you're new to the channel, I am an online reseller. I go to yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, etc. Buy mostly vintage items, and then I sell them online for profit on sites like eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. So, first, I'd like to apologize for my upload schedule. I had planned on doing Mondays and Fridays, and my dad and stepmom were in town, and that all went out the window. But we had a good time while they were here. We went around, did some stuff, ate some good food. We went and did the Palm Springs Tram, which if you're in the area, that is something you should definitely do. It's fun. It's a fun little ride up, and then they have a restaurant at the top, and you can eat there. They have really good food. And then there's a gift shop, there's a museum, and then on the other side there's nature trails, and when there's snow play areas. So it's a really cool thing to do. So what I'd like to do is tell you guys about, sorry, I'm still fighting off a little bit of my cold that I had. Tell you guys a couple of my recent solds, and then I want to show you something that I got from Rebecca's Uncle Kent that he gave to me, which I think is totally cool. But first, some recent sales. I sold a Mickey Mouse vintage men's tie for $9.99. This and a couple of other ties I had bought when I first started reselling, and I thought I might like to sell ties because when I was in the corporate world, I used to buy and wear a lot of different cool ties. But yeah, I don't like selling ties. They take a long time to sell, and they don't sell for much unless you've got like a really cool, rare tie. So I won't be picking those up anymore, so I'm glad to see this one go out the door. A couple of videos back, I had shown you guys, I got it from the kitsch sale, this little mechanical rabbit. He was priced pretty low. Other sellers had him priced pretty low, but I aimed high, and he sold for $23.99. Let's see what else. Christmas stuff is still selling for me. I sold this little Santa kind of wine bottle cover hanging decor type of thing. I think I showed it in my Christmas video that I did. He sold for $20.99. I sold Holt Howard salt and pepper shakers that had a couple of chips for $10, but I didn't have to pay shipping. Those went to Germany, so they paid shipping. I sold a nutcracker, that Steinbeck Soldier nutcracker. Sold him for $27.99. Those Royal Copenhagen Denmark birds figurines, those sold for $40. So that was a good buy. And I got those at the senior center rummage sale. They were grouped together with a bunch of salt and pepper shakers. That's pretty much it. Oh, I sold a pair of pillowcases by Peter Max, who was a kind of like a psychedelic artist. These pillowcases were called the Psychedelic Dreamer, and I'll pop a picture of them up here. Basically, I saw these at a thrift store. They were hanging with the linens, and the colors caught my eye, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of funky looking. And then I looked at it, and I looked them up, And I'm like, whoa, these sell for a lot of money. They had a couple spots on them, and I think there was one hole in one of them. So I took a best offer of $85, and they're going to Canada, so I didn't have to pay shipping. They paid shipping. So my advice, don't skip the linens area, because I think I paid $4 total for these, because they didn't realize what they had. So those are my solds. Oh, put the laptop over here. All right, so I have a few items to show you guys. So always tell people what you do. Friends, family members, if you're a reseller, tell them what you do and let them know that if they are going through any of their old stuff, thinking about donating or doing a yard sale, that you would like to see what they have first. So Rebecca's Uncle Kent has been working in technology for decades, and he happened to have some old consoles, video games from the 70s and 80s, and he asked me if I wanted them. I'm like, sure, I'll take them. So I'm going to show you the first thing. So I have these controllers. And they're Witco command control. And probably should have dug these out before I started filming. Okay. So, also got this N52 gaming mouse pad. It's old school. It's left hand. So you've got the controller here, firing button, and you got some keypads. Basically, you do this, you can do controls here, you can do movement here, firing here. So we got that. So this one, it does need to be cleaned up. I'll give it a wipe down, but that's an Atari 400 console. You can see the controllers went here, and then you had a keypad, and here on the side as well. Uh-oh. Alright. So, cartridge games go in here. This is actually, it can come out. Anyway, cartridge games will go in there, and I actually got some cartridge games. These go untested. I want to say like 60 to 70 plus shipping. I'll figure out a way I can test this puppy, hook it up to my TV or a monitor or something. Some options on there. But there you go, that's the Atari 400. And it came with a book, so programs that you could write for different games. Before cartridge games were a thing, you had to write your own programs in the BASIC language is what it was called. Fun fact about me, I went to computer camp and learned how to program in BASIC, which is a defunct programming language now. But that's cool. This one's called City Bomb. So it's got this book. It's also a game called Jumbo Jet Pilot, which Uncle Kent says is pretty boring. And it's got all the instructions. And there's the original cartridge. And then it has some cool cartridges. Got River Raid, Basic Computing Language, Star Raiders, Pac-Man, Waka 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 Waka, Tollink, which is like a BBS connectivity software, and then Centipede. You guys remember that game, right? So it came with all these cool cartridges, games and such. And then he also had this old notebook. Here's the instructions, original instructions for Centipede, instructions for Star Raiders. It's dated 1980 on the back, so that was prime Atari time. A booklet inside Atari Basics. It's telling you about different formatting and such. Got the owner's guide, and then here's something cool. Atari Connection. And this is summer 1983. Hey, there's Donkey Kong. What else? Some basic stuff. Oh, this is cool. Check this out. So what you wouldn't give to have some of this Atari gear now to sell, huh? Look at that. Okay. These old t-shirts, an Atari hat. So that's cool. I didn't even know that was back there. So yeah, so the Atari with all of this stuff, and then I got the TI 99, which is a Texas Instruments 99. Got the old board there, and then there's fundamentals. Got some of the beginner's basic. Basically, in the 80s, you had to be your own computer programmer to do anything. Here's the user's manual. It's got all kinds of different programs in it. Balance your checkbook, because in 2019, almost 2020, everybody has a checkbook now. And then a few old Sierra computer games. So Space Quest. And then this one is Slipheed. It's in 1998. And this is 1986. Alright, so that's everything. That's all the, they did give me a bunch of other stuff that I have set to the side, but I wanted to show you guys what I was most excited about, because I'm a video game nerd. So those are super cool. I want to say the TI-99, I can probably get 90 to 100. I'm trying to decide if there's a big jump between tested and untested. I might try to figure out a way to test both of the consoles. If it's not much, I'll just throw it up there untested and see what I can get for it. And I'm definitely going to charge shipping. Alright, well, those are my favorite finds, I should say, from family members. But don't neglect your friends and family. Tell them, remind them often that you're always looking. I always offer to pay for things, and everybody is just like, take it. But yeah, I always offer to pay. I tell them, hey, I'm looking for things specifically, old video games, old gaming consoles, old t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, what have you. Whatever I'm looking for, I tell them, and then they'll usually hit me up first when they're cleaning stuff out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I did take some footage of the tram, our trip up, and some shots of the tram itself, and I'll tack it on to the end of the video here so you guys can check that out. So thanks for watching, guys. If you are not subscribed, please make sure that you do so below. Hit that bell so that you get notifications when I upload more videos. Coming up at the end of the week, I'm going to an estate sale on Thursday. So I'll definitely film, and then if I pick up some good stuff, I'll do a little mini haul and upload that on Friday for you guys. But again, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.